Let's start with how on earth that information came to light.
Thank you so much for having me. We are hearing that Microsoft accidentally leaked confidential documents about plans around new Xbox consoles, refreshed Xbox consoles as soon as 2024, upcoming games that have never been announced before, and a variety of things.
Can we get to the bottom of how or who? Because there must be a lot of hand-wringing internally today.
There's a lot of hand-wringing internally today, especially because of the other leak that you referenced earlier.
Bad week.
Yes. Our understanding at Bloomberg, a source told us that it was not the FTC behind the leak, it was Microsoft.
Okay, so Microsoft potentially trying to trail back as to who and how. But does this happen often? Do we see these sorts of leaks and this sort of integral data that actually is very hard to find in terms of price points, in terms of ultimately IP that they're going to be revealing?
Gaming companies are famously very, very secretive about upcoming plans around these things. And this is the biggest leak in Xbox history, it's fair to say.
Okay, I get it. There's a leak. Leaks happen. The big news is we're getting a mid-cycle Xbox console refresh, which just doesn't happen. And full disclosure, as our audience knows, I'm a PS5 guy right now. What do we know about this new Xbox?
I have to say, personally, I'm shocked because in June, Xbox head Phil Spencer told me that he didn't see an imperative to have a mid-cycle refresh, and so we're kind of trying to reconcile this competing information now. But it is typical for, after 4 years, a console to come out with a refresh that has increased storage, like you were saying, and things along those lines.
So I guess bigger picture is we did get some insight into Microsoft's video game strategy. What did we learn?
We learned that Xbox is planning a mid-cycle refresh as soon as 2024 and a new console as soon as 2028. Of course, these plans are subject to change, as everything in the gaming industry can be very volatile all the time. We learned about updates to beloved games, including from Bethesda, which is part of ZeniMax, which Microsoft acquired as well. We learned about discussions around acquiring a Nintendo, which we knew that those discussions had happened. We didn't know that the board was interested as well until the recent leaks this morning.
And I mean, in this macro context where we're thinking of a Federal Reserve tomorrow eyeing inflationary pressures, I was interested that price points aren't going to be going up, even by 2024.
It is surprising because the price points on video games have gone up from $60 to $70. But consoles are, something that they're a luxury item. They're very expensive, and especially when gaming PCs are becoming increasingly popular and eating up more and more of kind of what people would spend on consoles, it makes sense.